D.C. We begin in California, where a high-stakes legal showdown has wrapped up. 3 federal appeals judges listened to arguments over whether to reinstate President Donald Trump's temporary travel ban on people from 7 Muslim-majority countries. CGTN's Roy Ruttenberg is outside the White House. And Roy, any indication how the court might rule?
It's really too early to tell, but listening to that 1 hour, a little plus 1 hour hearing, you really got a sense that the judges were skeptical of both sides, but really were laying into the Justice Department's counsel. At one point I noticed he actually said himself, "I don't think I'm convincing the court of my position, let me go back." This was really a hearing to see if whether or not a stay issued by a federal judge last week, basically an injunction against the ban being enforced, should be upheld, or whether or not that court didn't have the jurisdiction to do that. That's what this hearing was about, and you could see from the Justice Department that they really wanted to argue about the merits of the case, about the powers that the executive branch, Donald Trump, has. At one point, it seemed that the counsel for the Justice Department suggested that the president's executive orders were not for review, much to the dismay of some of the judges. I think another interesting point is that these judicial officials are quite turned off by some of the language that they heard. That judge who put that injunction in place, Donald Trump referring to him as a so-called judge, and that's really something, a context that they've remembered here. The White House is defending the position. Donald Trump has said it's for security purposes, and his spokesman, Sean Spicer, said he's confident that the administration will win.
The law is crystal clear on this. The president has the authority to do this. It was done so in an interagency process that ensured that all the appropriate people were consulted. We went through that with flying colors. I have zero concern that at the end of the day we will be fine.
He says he has zero concern. Roy, how long before we find out what the ruling is on this?
We should point out that he had zero concern before the hearing. I'm not sure if he has zero concern now based on the arguments that we heard. The court said before the hearing that they would issue their decision later in the week, but given that the judges, 2 of them were appointed by Barack Obama, 1 appointed by George Bush, like that federal judge who made the injunction, this might not go in the White House's direction, and we could see them appealing further to the Supreme Court. That's not a given either. The court is currently 4-4. It's split with 1 seat, of course, still vacant. Donald Trump may have a difficult time convincing the judicial branch that the executive is right. Mike?
Roy, thanks so much. This is